I'm not going to get fired. I'm not going to be sent back to Michigan. I'm not going to make my wife starve for fucking idiots like you.
So in other words, what he's trying to say here is he likes being in Beverly Hills. For him, being in Beverly Hills is more important than doing what's right. He's transparently selling out. That's self-interest. AB is such a ugh. And like, I get it. I wouldn't want to give up my easy fucking job where I didn't have to do shit, was responsible for nothing. Like, I get it. Me, I have my own show. I have no safety net. I don't have a boss. I will rise or fall based on whether you guys support my channel or not. You could say I am a radical individualist, small business owner. AB isn't that kind of guy. Okay, AB he's a flunky, which is basically somebody who's hired to make somebody else feel important, you know? He is the guy hired to listen to two virulent Zionists justify the genocide of Palestinians. And he has to sit there and take it. He has to sit there and help. Now, I have a question for you, chat. If Mossad was looking at the fight between Ethan Klein and Hassanabi, who do you think Mossad would side with? You're on the side of Mossad, AB. You're on the side of the IDF. I don't care what your personal opinions are. I'm talking about the work you do day in, day out for a living. You are, and this is no exaggeration, literally selling out your own people. That's sad. Me personally, I couldn't do it. I would rather move in with a family member and get a minimum wage job than a Rolex to fight for Mossad. I would literally rather lose everything than be a little pissant defender of the genocide. And I'm just a white guy from Pennsylvania. I mean, my God, that's sad. And the fact that AB is participating in this stalking of Hassan, and me as well, right? And the character assassination of me, the character assassination of Denims, the character assassination of Frogan. He stuck a dagger in our backs for the safe choice of remaining Ethan Klein's sidekick. Really makes me sad, dude. And at this point, is it even viable? Israel has restarted their genocide. You're promoting pro-Trump people left and right. You're trying to help the targeting of Palestinian advocates all over the country. People are being kidnapped by ICE, who are lawful permanent residents, to be deported. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Not for nothing, but at times AB corrects a narrative when Ethan goes too hard for Israel, makes for some pushback in a large progressive audience. Does that count? No. No, it doesn't. Because when he's actually helping Ethan, don't you understand that? When he prevents Ethan from saying something wholly wrong, he's actually protecting Ethan. Because if Ethan was out there saying lies and shit that was easily debunkable, it would make the show even more discreditable. He's protecting H3 to protect himself. And he lets a lot of other shit go. So the fact that he occasionally corrects one or two things, it doesn't matter. It's what side are you on? Are you on the side of the Palestinian people? Are you on the side of the people that are fighting for Palestinian liberation? Or are you on the side of the pro-genocide Zionists? And he's firmly on their side. Whether he likes that or not, that's the truth. Oh yeah, by the way, chat, AB is complaining that I was too mean to him. So I just wanted to clear this up here. He is the guy hired to listen to two virulent Zionists justify the genocide of Palestinians. And he has to sit there and take it. He has to sit there and help. I don't back down from anything I said. I don't want to go after the crew of the show, but they go after me, right? They sit there and participate in slandering me. And he has a problem with this. What did I say here that's wrong? If AB had just reached out and said, I can't do this anymore, but I need your help to make my own show, do you know how much love he would have gotten? You know how many... By the way, when I say reach out, I don't just mean to myself, like I'm the kingmaker or anything. I'm not. I just mean to the general community of pro-Palestinian creators. I don't mean myself. I mean all of us. And when this started to get worse and worse and worse, I expressed some of my concerns to some people privately, and they were like, listen, like, he's in a tough spot. I'm sure they'll blow over, you know. He's invested a lot of time in his career. There were a lot of people that were willing to give him space to, like, show his true colors, right? So many people were on AB's side. AB legitimately does seem like a nice guy. And I would love to have a conversation with AB and just, like, get where his head's at. I understand quitting your job is very scary, but like, yeah. If they stood up to Ethan, he would fire them because it's an echo chamber and they're not allowed to dissent. Like, we get it. But at a certain point, that is kind of sad, right? I wish AB and Lena would leave. I do too. I know that I'm not a big creator, but I would do everything I could to help them. He said, I can't believe the amount of stupidity delusion this 4-minute clip. Allow me to address some of the claims. One claim was that I was mad at Hassan Denims and that I'm mad at Mike himself. Please provide me with a single clip where I've said anything bad about Hassan or Denims. Or provide me a clip where I spoke negatively about Mike. It doesn't exist because I know who the fuck Mike is. He defended me a few times on Twitter in the past, and I was appreciative that he spoke up for Palestine. Now, in retrospect, I see he cares more about drama farming than actually helping the Palestinian people. It's drama farming now to comment about the show you're on, trying to turn me into the Trump administration.
But yeah, no, it's open season for these scumbags.
This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
He claims that I'm on the side of the IDF. I've said a million times that I believe the IDF is a terrorist organization. Gila Klein defends the IDF to this day. Right in front of you, she says that the IDF doesn't bomb journalists.
I've talked to Palestinian journalists and they've like wanted me to come out, and I can't get any security assurances against Israel, obviously.
Well, bro, it's not like Israel
that is worried.
Look, it's not like Israel's going to do a precision strike on Hassan.
He was in the running for anti-Semite of the year. They may.
I don't think you guys understand Israel. It doesn't work like that.
They're not.
It's dangerous in a war zone.
Right.
Not because Israel will like target him.
Like, you could say you think the IDF is a terrorist organization, then you support a pro-IDF podcast. Is this Mike from the Middle East? I find it hilarious that Assad and devs have said to leave the crew alone because they're in a tough situation. I don't agree with them. I think that this is them giving maximum charitability on the hopes that you would change your mind and leave the show. They hoped that you guys would make a stand and they wanted to give you the space for it, but it's very clear you're not going to do it. And they're tired of the obsession. Mike somehow has the authority to speak for my people. Was I speaking for your people? I was saying supporting the IDF is stabbing Palestinians in the back. I said, you've participated in slandering all of us while your boss is actively working to get us deplatformed, targeted by the Trump admin, and you have openly acknowledged posting pre-Palestine so you can block Palestine advocates here on Twitter. At a certain point, you can't participate in a show that is working hard to destroy the livelihood of prominent pro-Palestine advocates and my career without pushback. This isn't drama, it's my life. Ethan claimed on his podcast that Hamas uses hospitals, which is why the IDF needs to bomb them, and AB stayed silent. Can you provide me that clip?
They literally put command centers under hospitals. That's not even debated.
Where's AB at? Where's AB, dude? Where's AB? There's command centers on our hospitals, which is, by the way, what Ethan Klein is doing here is justifying the destruction of every hospital in Gaza. Not one hospital that happened to have a command center. Every single hospital. And when people say, hey, what's the evidence of command centers, that nothing has been provided. And by the way, I don't know if AB is just like delusional and he can't understand what I'm saying, but it is what it is, man. You can't pretend like your hands are clean. Like, I mean, like, you're not being drafted to be working H3H3. You're not a conscriptee that was forced under pain of death to work for H3H3. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about here? And again, I just want to say this. My comment on AB wasn't even intended to be like, oh, AB's a piece of shit. It was more like just being sad and kind of disgusted with his behavior. Maybe I went a little too hard. I don't know, but I was just lamenting the reality that he's just decided to be this way. AB, you need to understand that you are helping produce a show that is spreading propaganda that is being used to justify a genocide against the people you claim to care about. Honestly, this is bad, and I would never work for a company doing this, but that's not all they're doing, right? There's plenty of shows out there that are doing dumb genocide propaganda. The other thing is that they're doing, and the main thing that they're focused on, is trying to silence anybody who disagrees with them, right? They're trying to make everybody who disagrees with them into some sort of terrorist sympathizer that should be deplatformed, banned, criminally charged, considered a terrorist, live ruined, lose their job, considered an anti-Semite, right? They're not just going out there and making their arguments to the American people, as bad as they are. AB is actively participating in efforts to try to silence people that are speaking out against Palestine.
I have a question for you, Chad. If Mossad was looking at the fight between Ethan Klein and Hassanabi, who do you think Mossad would side with? I wonder, you fucking idiot. Who would he side with? What the fuck is even this point? It drives me insane.
I don't know.
The point is very simple. The Israeli state, which is doing a genocide against Palestinians and attacking Lebanon and Syria and the rest of the Middle East lawlessly, it has a intelligence division called Mossad. Their intelligence service. They're spies, and they try to influence the world for Israel's benefit. And so when they see debates about Israel in the United States, they have a side they want to support. Do they want to support the side of the argument that's saying we should distance ourselves from Israel's actions and support a free Palestine? Or do they want to support the virulent Zionist who's trying to deplatform all those people? That's the point, dumbass. You're part of the show who's trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian voices with a Zionist.
Mossad would side with the guy who's doesn't want to like kill and de-state Israelis.
Well, let's take it even at a simpler level. Would the Israeli guy side with Israeli, or the Jewish, or the Muslim guy? Like, what is?
How about an even simpler level? What the fuck are we talking?
What are you doing?
What is siding? What does the Israeli intelligence organization have to do with this conversation?
Bro, Mossad, Ethan.
What does the Israeli intelligence organization have to do with deplatforming pro-Palestinian creators? What does the Israeli state have to do with criticizing and defeating their enemies?
Mossad, that's why Ethan doesn't think that Israeli should be destated.
See, like the whole thing is so stupid. Like I can't even like attack it from just like a logical standpoint. Like you have to just through his framework. What the fuck are you talking about? Even if I'm accepting whatever he's saying, like it makes no.
What are we?
Oh, this is the whole. Ethan uses go to Gaza as a death threat.
I'll explain it to you very simply. You guys are serving the interest of the Israeli state during the internal American debate over whether we should support Israel's genocide in Gaza. And you are one of the most prominent pro-Israel creators and content. That's your job. How do you not know what your job is? In fact, your entire show is dedicated to harassing pro-Palestinian creators.
I don't understand why going after an employee on a podcast who is a minority is helping your content because you have a problem with his boss. Like how
The answer is because I am a leftist and I believe in direct action. Just because you're an employee doesn't mean that you suddenly lose all moral sense or ability to exercise power. What you should do is you should confront your boss and say, hey, what you're doing is wrong. And if you don't, I'm going to withdraw my work. It's called withholding labor power. But you want me to just pretend, oh, you're a poor employee, which means you're what, a baby now? You're helping this cause. And I'm urging you to stop. Quitting is the final straw. I hope you guys don't lose your jobs. But the reality is you're not doing anything but helping Ethan every step of the way.
Like he's talking about how he has a backbone, basically. He's willing to take a stand on like hating on the most hated person on the internet right now. Oh, big whoop. Go after this episode, go to the snark and say how, and see how everyone calls me spineless for not defending Hassan. Then go on our subreddit and then see all the posts, how people say I'm a pussy because I am still defending Hassan. And that's all it is. Every different community, Destiny's community will come say that I'm still in love with Hassan. That's having a fucking balls because I'm standing on my fucking ground and what I believe in.
True.
I'm not going to fucking get fired. I'm not going to be sent back to Michigan. I'm not going to make my wife starve for idiots like you. Assuming your framework that Ethan is this evil boss and everything.
So in other words, what he's trying to say here is he likes being in Beverly Hills. For him, being in Beverly Hills is more important than doing what's right. And I get it. It's self-interest. It's self-interest. He's transparently selling out. That's self-interest. I get it. I understand it. I find it morally reprehensible. I think you could have your cake and eat it too. I thought that early on, a lot of people gave you and Dan the benefit of the doubt and many other of the staff. And we were hoping that you guys would have the backbone to stand up to Ethan and say, hey, man, can we just go back to doing goofs and gaffes? I know this, the story about the Gaza genocide and your breakup with Mossad is very painful, but can we just go back to goofs and gaffes and fart jokes in Denny's or whatever the fuck you people used to do, cleaning up dog shit all day? I don't know what you guys did. And you have decided to take the side of where you get to have your $5,000 watches and you get to live in Beverly Hills. You value that over doing what's right. That shows me everything I need to know about you. I'm not going to pretend you're a good person, a progressive person anymore. If you're going to help Ethan Klein do this shit, like you have helped dox people. You have helped target individual people who just did replies, small people without a platform who replied. You help dox them. You help expose them to harassment on Ethan Klein's show. And you want me to sit back and be quiet about it? Nah, I don't think so. You know, I know AB is watching, and I just wanted to say that, hey, man, I just want you to know, and I mean this. I don't even care that you insulted me or you did like shit that you felt like you had to do to fit in with Ethan Klein and keep your job. I don't even care. But if you ever stop, you decide you've had enough, I don't even care about all the times you insulted me. I really don't. I will help you. And I know a lot of other people will help you too. So if you decide to keep going with H3, that's your decision. I'm not saying that I'm the god of the internet. I'm not saying that I am super popular and I can make you a career, but I want you to know that I would help you anyway, because I just hate seeing you so conflicted. I hate seeing you forced to defend someone who is justifying the genocide of your people. And I know that must rip you up inside. And it's hard to give up a career. It's hard to give up, friendships. And I just want you to know that I forgive you. And, you know, I'm sorry I said you betrayed your people. It's not my place to say that. But I do think that you are aiding and abetting genocidal propaganda that's being used to justify America's support of the genocidal Israeli state. And I don't know how you sleep at night. I'm sorry. I just don't. So anyway, man, best of luck to you out there. And again, if you want to quit, I know that there's plenty of people that would be right there with you to back you up and help you out. So if you decide to stay with H3, you're really deciding to stay with, you know, a genocidal Zionist show that basically spends its entire time attacking pro-Palestinian creators. That's the decision that you are making. I harbor no ill will for you. I only harbor ill will for H3H3's actions. It's not personal. It's really not.